We have just arrived by minibus, 14 of us. I think the minibus capacity is 15, and we've arrived by minibus. And Olwen is going to be our tour guide, and Davy was the bus driver, and we're getting our helmets on and ready to go. There are people from Dublin, there are people from Cornwall, there are people from Blackpool, and people from Market Hill, and then us. So here's where we are. And this walk, in its time in the 1900s, was very, very popular. And Olwen told us there that it was like the Royal Avenue of this coast. On the end of the path, this is where Hill's old tea room was, and they lived in that house there. Just coming up to War Memorial here. There are dolphins and harbour porpoises and even basking sharks out here. It's amazing where you see these little war memorials. That's a nice tribute. See the crocodile head facing out into the water here, and here's a hardy soul out for a swim. Rather him than me. There's only two coats in 1902 onwards sat here. He was Mountbatten's Batman, and he sat there and collected the sixpences. And people, the Edwardian ladies in their big dresses, they snuck their children in underneath their clothes so that they didn't have to pay. We're at the other side of the eye, and this is the original gate post here, which has been kept as a feature since 1902. So the terrain changes. These upsail points, no, I don't know, maybe to secure the rock. And our first bridge, Magical Kingdom. Headland or mouth or nose or something like that in the Irish, and we have the phrase "shut your gob," so that's where the name Gobbins comes from. So you'll be wondering what this is. This is for the paramedics. If someone takes ill on the walk, then the paramedics upsail with a stretcher down here onto the bridge, because they can't get through their equipment and whatnot. They can't get through the eye. Imagine this area is very popular with kayakers, and before the Gobbins Walk was opened here in 2015, folks came round here to rock climb and upsail. And these rocks here are basalt, igneous. No real volcanoes in Northern Ireland back then in the day. The lava came up through fissures or cracks. This is part of the old path, the railing. You see the rust of the metal. I think the cliffs here are about 300 feet high. The Devil's Steps, and they were named that long before the Gobbins were built. And they were named that, or called that, by the local smugglers who wanted to scare local people away. So they said that the devil lived down here. And these were the devil's steps. You never came down the devil's steps because the devil would get you. But actually it was a cover for their smuggling activities. It's another party just passing us, but that hole in the rock, that is Sandy Cave, that's a smuggler's cave, and they smuggled cloth, they smuggled whiskey, they smuggled all sorts of alcohol, they smuggled salt, and they even smuggled dead bodies. They dug up the dead bodies here and smuggled them across to the mainland for medical experiments and work. Burke and Hare, sort of Kira, the body snatchers, the resurrection men. This is the iconic bridge of the Gobbins. Whenever the Gobbins is being advertised anywhere, this is the bridge, and it's made to look like a railway tunnel. And I think its old name was Hoop Bridge, but I can't remember the new name. It's actually called the Tubular Bridge. And Olwen has told us that this whole coastline is well known for shipwrecks, and you can understand why. Very dangerous coast, and this rock here is the Man of War rock that many sailors would have used as a navigational aid. That's a good example of the original path just in front of us there, winding up. All cut out of stone using just hand tools. Remarkable. These are all kittiwakes, and they will head off for America, North America, and they will head off to Canada, North Canada, and they will return again to us, and they return to the exact same spot as they left to nest once again. Kittiwakes. And this is a good example of differential erosion here. The rock has eroded at different speeds, and this is where the last rockfall was, so we're not hanging about. We're entering the cave now. Because it's going to be dark, there's no point in me trying to video in here. There's a wee bit of light. And there might even be light at the end of the tunnel. And again, this is why you wear your hard hat. Come out of the cave there. Well, not this cave, but the cave just round the corner. And we're into another series of walkways. And platforms. And bridging. We did have Puffin, we did have Guillemot, and we did have, I think it was Fulmer, but they're all away. Only the kittiwakes are still ready to go. And they're still looking for a name for this bridge here. But Olwen has called it Freedom Bridge, because it gives her a great sense of freedom when she comes out and walks on it every day. And this is a great place, obviously, for geologists as well. And it is remarkable whenever you've got such diverse geology in Northern Ireland that the powers that be closed the Queen's Geology Department a couple of years ago. Unbelievable. Oh, another suspension bridge, or this is the first suspension bridge, is it? I think it is. So we've all sorts of bridges. And this whole refurbishment cost £7.5 million. That was about, what, 4 or 5 years ago. And we're just going across the swinging bridge, there's the suspension bridge, and down there is the Mermaid's Jacuzzi. puffin platform and we're heading up the steps. We're actually returning, so we can't go out any further. We did see a few puffins there, but I found it extremely difficult to pick them up with the video camera. It's very difficult to home in on them. If I had had a pair of binoculars, it would have been much easier, but there you go. Lots and lots of tours here. Thousands and thousands of people have come and viewed this walk. Absolutely. And it's £15 a head, but you know, where are you going to see anything like this on your doorstep? And I would be tempted to come back again whenever all the seabird migrants are nesting, and have a wee look at them. But we missed them by about 3 weeks. But that's the way it goes.